Alright, welcome back to X-Plane 11. We are once again in the fantastic Toliss A340-600 and we're flying in this, I suppose, old school Lufthansa livery. Obviously their livery has been updated since this one, but we are taking a short flight. It's about an hour and a half, I think, from the island of Malabo up to Lagos, Nigeria. Now, I don't know why this is a Lufthansa flight, so it obviously must have happened at some point, but anyway, that is the route that we are going to be taking today, and it's a route that I want to get into doing slightly more often because I've noticed that the BATM ATC in Lagos is often online, so hopefully I can start flying online at least out of and into Lagos with some ATC. So this is a route that I want to learn. Something else that's going to be really interesting is the visibility at Lagos. Currently, we're obviously always flying with real world weather, but the visibility at Lagos is less than 2,000 feet. Let's actually just check, because when I was looking just now, it was pretty horrific. So yeah, fog and visibility. Sorry, it's 1,500 meters, 0.9 statute miles. So that is, we might actually have to do an Autoland there. I don't know if it's Cat 2 or Cat 3 certified, so that we'll be checking out as we go. But the airport we're starting off from today is Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima, which is Malabo. But first thing I want to do, let's get our passengers boarding, because that takes a while. And then we can start getting things set up. I love flying the A340, and I think the Lufthansa livery is just super cool. Right, let's get some nav lights on. We'll set that to auto, and we can arm those guys. That can come on, that can come, hello, up. And we'll get these aligning. So on battery, and number 2. And number 3. Cool, let's get this guy up and do the APU fire test. Alright, we have the siren, we've got APU fire, we've got land ASAP, so that's good. You know what, we might as well do the engine fire test while we're here as well. Okay, that looks good. Right, we'll start the APU just now. This is a pretty short runway, so that's actually going to make the departure kind of cool as well, which is one of the reasons I'm going to keep flying between this airport pair. Right, let's go to our sim brief dispatch. Zero fuel weight 2273. Oh, we've got 280 passengers on board today. Just start raining. Nah, just got a bit more cloudy, I think. What was I trying to do? 227.3. Like so. And fuel, we're not going to take too much because it's just a short flight for this aircraft. 20 tons is what we need. Well, 20.5 it is. Right, let's take that. And then we can come down here. And once again, I forgot to export my SimBrief flight plan, which is classic. Right, we now have a flight plan. So let's come in here and get that set up. So we're at Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima. And we're going to Lagos. Delta November Mike. RDX ETOB looks right. Flight number is Lufthansa 569. PACX 280. Cost index today is 17 only. And I think we're going straight up to 40,000 feet. I don't know why I typed in the whole thing. I could have just put 40, but that's fine. Right, now we need this guy back. I should really set a hotkey for this. I say this every time I fly this plane. Okay, 2273. And we are 23.4%. So that's in, and block fuel, let's double check, 20.5, good stuff. No, keep that open. Okay, let's check. Minimum 3.4 and we're expecting 11, so we've got more than enough fuel. Departure today is runway 04, and there are no SIDs here, so that's fine. We will go direct to Addons, and we're arriving 18 right, and we do have a start ETOB 1 November. That says Ed. There we go. Nearly chose the wrong one. Novia. Insert that. Scroll through and just double check. That all looks good. Right, that means we can come in here. We'll do... It's a pretty short runway. Let's stick with flaps 2. 149, 149, 157. And we're doing 2. And we're up. No. Up 3.3. Flexing 59 degrees. That is set. We can go ahead and close this guy. Right, there's no ATC online at the moment, so let's dial this up to 40,000. We're not actually flying online now because there's no one online. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, so no one's really going to be controlling at this time. What was I looking for? So, Foxtrot Golf Sierra Lima is our airport for departure. Right, so here's our airport. We are stand 2, which is there. Okay, we're departing runway 4, which means we have a long taxi. So we'll push to face south, and then it'll just be... Is this Delta? That must be Alpha. That must be Bravo there. So where does it turn in? No, this is Delta, so we hold short of 04 on Delta. Easy. Let's go back and look at... We don't have any departures. So that's it. Right. Let me just grab my notes and then we can do our departure brief. Okay, so departure briefing. Weather for Malabo is winds 0 at 0 knots. Temperature 24 degrees, pressure 1011. Hey, that's lucky. How the hell did that happen? But let's just cycle this so that, there we go, we don't have a disagreement. Okay, ACES we've set the QNH. Visibility here is 8,000 meters, so that's fine. Wind is no factor at all, 0 knots. So no significant weather for the departure. The arrival is going to be a different story. Terrain, let's jump in here. We don't have a departure. Is there no MSA on here? Airport elevation is 76 feet. Let's just have a look at one of these. No, not these. What are we doing? 04. because I know there's a hill on this side, yeah. So we are taking off this way. So basically we just need to be aware no left-hand turns after departure. Because I mean, this is all the way up to 9,000 feet. 11,900. So no left turns. 12,500 on this side. Ah, 2,200 feet within 15 miles. Okay, no left-hand turns after departure, and we'll be good. Okay, next. So MSA we said will be 2,500. Airport elevation 76 feet, or was it 74 feet? I think 76. Right, there is no departure. It would be vectors technically if we had ATC, but we're basically just going to go direct to, I think it was Addons. Addons, correct. Right, taxi route is very simple today. Push to face south, and then taxi Alpha Delta, hold short, runway 04 on Delta. It's a flex takeoff today. We're flexing to, I believe, if I remember correctly, 59 degrees, correct. Flaps 2 takeoff, and we have V1 149, rotate 149, V2 157, transition level 5,000 feet. Fuel, we have 20.5 tons on board. We are expected to land with at least 3.4, and we're expecting to land with 10.4. Alright, that's our departure briefing. And at this point, we're kind of just waiting for our passengers. We can turn this on. Let's dial this down. Right, we'll go ahead and start the APU so long. I don't know if you'd actually turn this on now. I do, so that it works straight away when the APU is on, but I'm not sure that is actually correct. Okay, well, let's see if we check in. Let's actually do this. Where's this thing? Let's check in with the cabin crew. 30 minutes to go. Okay, we've got some time to do checks then. So let's see if we can make this a little bit more accurate and kind of go through everything. So air conditioning panel, which is this guy here. We should have no white lights checked. Cross bleed should be set to auto. And cockpit temp and cabin temp. Let's have a look at that. 26 degrees in there. That is not great, but we've just got the APU fired up, so that should start coming down now. Down to 25. Okay, that's good. Right, cockpit lights are as required. Dome light, is it on? It was, so we can turn that off. Right, lights are set. Display brightness is set. MCDU brightness. Nothing wrong with it. Okay, doors. So, oxygen pressure, check no amber box. Hydraulic page. Reservoir fluid, check in normal range. Huh. I don't see a reservoir fluid level there. Unless it's this at the bottom. Okay, so that's something I'll have to look up. Engine page, which is this one. Check oil quantity. We can't actually see that at the moment. But wait, there's a way to get this all to come on. Okay, that's something else. I know how to turn on the hydraulics. I don't know if we can get this to come on after it's gone orange like this. So that's something else I need to check. I've still got a lot to learn with this aircraft. Okay. Oh, right. Wait, we can. We need FADEC, FADEC ground power. Where the hell is that? FADEC ground power, there we go. Do I have to do it for each one? Yes, I do. Okay. That's why I didn't know, because it's up here outside of my view. Right, let's switch those on. Right. So now... oil quantity. All good. So we've got 18.5, 18.5, and 18 on both of those. Right, then we best come back here and turn this back off. Yeah. Hang on. Okay, I don't know if that's supposed to do that or if that's a bug, but I guess we can't turn it off. Interesting. Okay. Okay, flight controls, check the flaps match, so that says up. That says up. All good. Speed brake lever is retracted. That's set. Now, brakes. Okay, everything looks good with wheels. So where do we see accumulated brake pressure? So that's obviously cabin pressurization. That's not what I was looking for. See, I thought it would be on here. Oh, I think it's this. No, that's just our front wheel temperature. Not temperature, pressure. Oh, it's this one. It's not on there. I think it's just this. Accumulated brake pressure. There we go. It's that one. In green band. Cool. Park brake is set. Yes. And brake pressure greater than 1,000. So that's 1,000. Cool. That's good. Right. We're learning things. Okay. Overhead panel. No white lights. Perfect. Recorder ground control is on, and adders are set to nav. Exterior lights, we have nav on. We'll turn on beacon when we push back, so that should be off. Nav and logo, sensor system 2, I've already checked that. Seatbelts will turn on when everyone's boarded. No smoking, auto emergency exits are armed. In fact, we're done fueling, so we can turn this on now, I think. Probe window heat should be auto, which means extinguished. Landing elevation knob set to auto, which it is. Manual valve set to both and closed. Sorry. Manual valve select. Oh, it must be this one. No, but that doesn't have a cover.
Text messages if you need to, but we ask that once you depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you and welcome aboard.
Oh, it's this one. Both cool. That is checked. And pack flow set to normal, which it is. Let's go back to condition and check. Cool. That's a bit better in terms of temperatures. Right, electrical panel. We want... Okay, battery 1 and 2. Okay, battery 1, battery 2, an APU battery, off then on. Okay, so this indicates a battery charging cycle. Check that 10 seconds after switching to on, the charge current is less than 60 amps, which it already is, and decreasing. Correct. Let's close that. Okay, let's go to fuel. Trim tank mode should be auto, and trim tank feed should be auto. So trim tank mode. There's feed. Oh, it must be this one, but that's transfer. But I think it's this one. So set to auto. Right, engine fire and APU fires we've done. Okay, and APU is running. Right. Okay, just double check that we have no lights, no white lights on anywhere. Okay, next. Cockpit voice recorder. Overhead. Test. So cockpit voice recorder test button. Is that up here? Because recorder is here. That's oxygen. Oops. I wonder if it's this. Oh yes, it's that one. So check that at least one green LED lights up, which we have 2. So we're good to go. Okay, annunciator test. Okay, annunciator light, which is this, set to test. Check that everything lights up, which that all looks good. And so does that. Wow, that looks pretty cool. Okay, let's set it back. The other thing I actually should check is the failure is actually on. No. Okay, I like to have it set to 1, which is supposed to be as realistic as it can be. So that should actually be on. Okay, main instrument panel. Okay, brightness of everything has been adjusted. Right, that should be... What does this button do? Oh, it switches those around. That's cool. Okay, that should be set to normal, which it is. Okay, double check. Landing gear, gravity extension selector off and guard closed. That's this, which is set. Anti-skid should be on, which it is. Right, audio panel. Yeah, stop moving view, please. Audio 1, and we set to receive. That's good. Oh, sorry, VHF 1. Switching panel. All 4 knobs normal set. Thrust levers idle. Thrust reverser lever stowed. Master switches all off. Then this guy. Standby. That should be on. System 1. Right. Radio management panels. 1 and 2. So power switch should be on. Green nav light. Should be off. Oops. Hope that didn't break anything. SEL light should be off. Where is that? Oh, there it is. Okay. And frequency is set. Well, we don't really need that right now. Use VHF 1 for ATC and 2 for ATIS. Right, FMGS initialization. So we've done that. That's all programming. The MCDU, we've been through all of that, so that is sorted. One thing we didn't do though is coming in here. So let's go just read through this quickly. So we've done to and from, we've done cost index, we've done flight level, we've done our flight plan with our departure. We didn't do an alternate flight plan. Well, I'll see how much time. We've got 13 minutes, so we might still fill that in. Okay, so then we need to go to anything. Okay, so next to a waypoint before the top of climb, and climb speed limit 250 at 10, that is correct. Then verify, so we need to click next to a waypoint off the top of descent and verify that as well. That is checked. We don't have any step altitudes today, so we don't need to worry about that. Enter climbing cruise wind. So we need a waypoint before top of climb. Okay, and then wind data. And then request. And then next phase. Yeah, it's interesting. Enter the wind manually for the first cruise waypoint. Okay, so winds 15021. Hope this works because it's freaking out. Yeah, okay. So let's just see maybe if we do a different waypoint. That's still there. Yeah, it's not happy. Okay, that's... Okay, so it's worked for that. Not that one. So some of them are not happy. Okay. Okay, flight plan we've been through and we've checked. Let's go in here and verify. Oh, we don't have an ILS, but that is correct. So that's fine. We've done zero fuel weight, we've done performance. Okay, set glare shield, integrated floodlights, integrated and floodlights as required. That's done. Volumes are set. Barra ref 1011, 1011. That's set. LS is not required for takeoff. This range is set. Okay, that should be dashed, and cruise altitude. Timers are reset. Okay, dial in our ATC code. It's gonna do the dance. Stop. Don't. Okay, there's nothing I can do about that. There we go. Okay, so then we need to place this in takeoff configuration. So my side should be performance and it should say takeoff. And on this side we should be flight plan alpha. Cool. APU is already running. And now we just need to prep for pushback. So we said push and start to face south, which means we need to face this way.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Right, so he's going to go ahead and connect up.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
So in reality, with the passengers still boarding, the doors and stuff wouldn't be closed, but just for the sake of speeding things up a little bit, because we've already been recording for over half an hour, we'll let the tug connect up so long.
So connected and bypass cleaning circuit. Release parking brake.
Okay, let's also go in here. Just make sure we have no chocks. Cool. Right, so next is our engine start. So now we're just gonna wait until our passengers are done in about 6 minutes.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 569 with service to Nigeria. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 20 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode.
Right, our passengers are boarded, so now it's just time to start our pushback and start our engine. So we'll turn that light on. We'll flip that over.
Cabin crew, prepare Prepare cabin for departure.
And then let's set this to taxi, and we'll open up these two windows so we can have a bit of a view while we do this from inside the cabin. How about that? Right, let's release the parking brake. Now we should start pushing.
You may start the engine.
Right, starting engines 1 and 2. So we'll flip the master switch for engine 1 to start, or to on. We give it about 10 seconds. I normally wait until our N3 reaches 20%.
When the seatbelt light is fastened, please make sure that your
Then we can start engine 2 as well.
To fasten, ensure
And we'll let those
that
start
you
and
have
stabilize.
pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the entire flight as you may experience unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest
So we're
exit
waiting for those to
is
power
behind
up
you,
and
we
stabilize
suggest
at
that
idle,
or
and then we can go ahead and start
In the event
3 and
of a
4.
loss of cabin pressure, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. Start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you, and place it firmly over your nose and mouth. Secure the elastic band behind your head and tighten the straps if necessary. And don't worry if the bag doesn't inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask and you can breathe normally. If you're traveling with children, now's the time to pick your favorite one. But secure your mask and then...
Okay, so engine 1 stable.
Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it's safe to remove it. In the event that the pilot decides to take us for a swim, a fashionable life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests.
And 2 is
When
stable,
it's
so we'll start
ready to
engine
do so,
3.
open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If your life vest does not inflate automatically, blow into the mouthpieces for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and light.
And start
If
engine
necessary,
4.
your seat cushion can be used as a secondary
Pushback is complete.
Please securely stow
Just
your personal
about.
items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and
Operation
There we go.
in full upright
Set parking
position.
brake.
We remind you that this is a
Okay, brake
flight.
set.
Tampering with,
Connecting
disabling, or
stove. Stand
destroying
by.
the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Right, clear to disconnect and go to hand signals. Right, so 3 is stable. And
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
right, so there goes the ground crew, and 4 is stable, so let's set the flaps to position 2. Okay, we'll jump back to the cockpit now. On the spoilers. Engine mode selector back to normal. Okay, then we can come up here and turn off the APU bleed and master. The spoilers are armed, rudder trim reset, flaps are set, pitch trim is set, anti-ice not required, APU master is off, and then double check the door page and see that all slides are armed, which they are. Okay, then nose light to taxi. We can turn on these guys, start our counter, and we can start our taxi. So taxi for runway 04, so it'll be Delta and then Alpha. Sorry, Alpha and then Delta for 04. Okay, brake check. Checked. Right, let's set this to flight control. Just want to do another brake check and just check that those stay, which they do, because we have to make a turn here. We'll do flight controls after this turn. Okay, so full up, full down, and then full left, full right, rudder, full left, full right. Okay, so that's checked. Right, FMA, we will have to do this quickly. Should say climb and nav, which it does. No red flags on anything, and we'll go terrain on this side, and we can do auto, 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 and system 1. Bring the taxi cam back, keep us on the taxiway. Right, auto brake to max, and we'll do the config. Fantastic. Okay, I'll let the cabin know that we're almost ready to go. And we should have no blue, which we do. Well, I mean, we don't. We don't have any blue. We do have no blue. That's good. We're a little bit to the left here. That's a bit better. Right, we're departing a bit late, so we should probably let the cabin know.
From the flight deck, this is your first officer speaking. It looks like we're going to be very slightly behind schedule. We do apologize for this flight inconvenience.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a long taxi. If we'd used the other runway, we would have been up already. Okay, before takeoff check, we need to check brakes. Maximum 150 degrees with brake fans on. Maximum 300 degrees if they were not running during taxi. Well, we don't have them running and the temperatures are all 30 degrees. So no worries there. Takeoff clearance sorted, approach path clear of traffic. We'll look as we make the turn. Cabin crew has been advised. Engine mode selector. There's no standing water on the runway, so set to normal. Packs are on. And let's go ahead and do our exterior lights so we can go strobes, landing light, set for takeoff. That's sorted. Weather radar is on. We can go TARA and auto. And then I think we are good to go. Okay, I think we'll do a rolling takeoff. We need to slow down a bit here for this turn. Yeah, that turn was a little, not perfect, but getting better compared to my previous attempts. Right, let's ditch the taxi camera. And then what we need to do is start that guy, and then engine's up to about 50%. And then we'll go flex, man flex, 59 SRS, auto thrust blue. Okay, stick forward until 80 knots and then we can slowly release and neutral by 100. And rotate. A little bit of wind there just before we rotated. Ooh, it is quite bumpy. Okay, positive rate, gear up. There's 400 feet, autopilot 1 on, and we can go flaps 1 as well. Okay, we can disarm the spoilers and we can switch these guys off. And thrust levers to climb now. Right, PAC's already on. So we're just waiting to retract the last stage of flaps. We're going all the way up to cruise, so let's set standard here already. Okay, there's our flap speed, so we can go flaps up. That bank actually feels pretty crazy from this view. Right, decent climb rate we've got for once in the A340 because we're so light. Used to dragging this thing out of our Tambo at max weight. I should have stopped this a long time ago. Obviously our Tambo hot and high, 5,500 feet runway, and it's normally hot there, and then you're close to max weight on this aircraft, and it climbs really slowly. But here today we're only doing a short 1.5 hour flight, so we're only 20 tons of fuel. Okay, 10,000 feet coming up, so landing lights can come off, and seatbelt signs can come off as well. Alright, and then we will cruise on over to Lagos. Right, so let's come down here and we'll do a check. So we want to do engine page, oil temperatures and pressures, everything's in the green. Vibration, yeah, that's all fine. Okay, bleeds, we don't want any overheats. Everything's in the green as well. Pressurization is good. Electrical, loads are good. Bus health, everything looks good. Hydraulics, 3000, 3000, 3000, all good. APU we're not using. Let's check temperatures, they're alright, maybe a little bit cool towards the back. I think we can bump this up one notch. Okay, fuel. That's transferring, that's fine, that all looks good. Let's double check here, prediction 11.1. And flight controls, no unusual positions. Checked. Right, so every half an hour we should check the fuel, so we'll say 7:40, we'll do our next fuel check. Alright, it's actually time for our descent. I've just been looking at the charts and looking at the weather. So we're descending to, interestingly enough, no, that's not what I wanted. $1,700. We'll start our descent. Right. I didn't do this yet because obviously I want to do this in the video. So, oops, that's not what I wanted. Okay. So weather for Lagos is QNH1013. So it's not windy, but it says dust and haze. Dust, haze, fog. So winds are lovely 0 at 0. Right, then it starts to get a bit interesting. So visibility 1,500 meters, fog and dust, no significant cloud. Now I reckon, see, no, it doesn't give us an RVR, but I think we'll do, I mean, should we do an Autoland because we never get to do it? Maybe we should just do an Autoland because I've never done one in the Toliss actually. So let's just do Cat 2, which means our decision height is 205. So that is set. Right, so it will be a Cat 2 landing. And we're on. Right, well, we might as well actually just do the full brief since we're going through it now anyway. Okay, so our star today. Let's bring everything up here because I was looking at it on my iPad so I could keep the wing view while we were cruising. Right, so we'll need this guy, we'll need that. Right, we are Etvov, which is this one, and 18 right ILS, no, not that one. 18 left, 18 right. Okay, so our start today is Etvov 1 November. And it is effective 31 December 2020, chart 10-2 Delta. Okay, speeds, the only restrictions we have is 230 within 49 miles of the VOR at flight level 100 and below. So what we'll actually do, okay, that's all good. So let's come in here, and if we do this, okay, we'll set that to 230. So that's programmed in. Right, that is the only speed that we have to worry about. Oh wait, no, 200 knots at Malabo. Let's double check that. Malabo, 210. Interesting. So it has it in, but it's predicting to be at 210, so we must make sure we're at 200. Right, that's it for our arrival. Then it will be, we're doing Cat 2 Autoland, runway 18 right. So that is chart 11-2 Alpha, effective 26th of March 2020. Right, so our intercept altitude is 1,710, so we're going down to 1,700, because we can't actually set 10. The frequency is 108.1. 108.1. Cool. Glide angle, I think is 3. It is 3. And the outer marker distance we don't actually have. Although it's probably this 5 DME. Oh, you see, that's the initial. Yeah, okay, see, some of these charts I don't know where to find that. It doesn't seem to have that information, so we'll ignore that. And decision height is 210, and it is entered. Hang on, where the hell did I get 210 from? ILS 18 right. ILS 18 right. Oh, this is the Cat 2 one, so I used the wrong one when I entered this. So, oh, 205, it is right. Never mind. Okay, so we'll be using auto brake level 1, and it will be reverse thrust as well. We're expecting to vacate. So we're landing at 18 right. There's a chance we'll make Alpha 3, but most likely we'll go all the way to the end, and then we've got a beast of a taxi. Alpha, maybe let's do auto brake 2 and make sure we make Alpha 3. I'm gonna do that, because that is just gonna take ages. So we'll vacate Alpha 3 and we'll taxi in to the terminal, and we're at via Alpha Foxtrot 2, and we are at Echo, and we'll take Echo 5-5. That'll work for us. Okay, do we cross any hotspots? No, we do not. Right, if we have to go around, we will apply go around thrust, go around flaps, pitch to the go around angle, follow the SRS, positive rate gear up, and we will just manage the nav and follow the missed approach procedure. Right, terrain, we have an MSA of 2,500 feet. Airport elevation is 138 feet and runway 65 feet. Okay, auto brake is set, no failures or concerns. Double check the fuel. And we are all good in terms of amount of fuel we should be landing with. Right. So this should be quite interesting. We actually get to do a Cat 2 Autoland. I mean, we could do a Cat 1. The visibility doesn't seem that bad, but it'll be interesting to do something different for a change. Right, coming through 10,000 feet. Let's turn the landing lights on. We should slow down to 230, which we are. That's perfect. And that visibility really is pretty hectic. Okay. Oh, we could also turn this guy on. Okay, so we're definitely within, they said 49 miles, so we have to be 230 knots or less. Okay, we can also go ahead and arm the spoilers. Alright, just going through everything. So we've entered all of our information for the destination. So that's all done. We've started the descent. Terrain is set on the ND. We'll set the barrel reference at transition. 10,000 feet, so landing lights on, seatbelts are on, constraint is on, LS is on, radio nav is checked, and flaps 1. And we can also go flaps 2 below 225 knots.
We have begun our final descent into Nigeria. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time.
Oh, we're supposed to be at 230, so we should actually be flaps 1. Oops, let's put that back.
All Wi-Fi related tasks and show any larger electronics.
Okay, so next thing to do is just arm the approach once we have the localizer and glide slope alive. What is our next waypoint? Okay, so Malabo is 200, so we'll slow down before that one. That visibility is so cool, it really is. Right, so we're picking up the glide slope, we're picking up the localizer, but we'll arm that once we've made these series of right-hand turns here. Okay, so let's set 200 knots. Right, there is our transition. What is our QNH? 1013. Okay, let's go flaps 2. Right, well, here we go. Okay, we'll just make this turn. Let's arm the approach. Okay, there comes the glide slope. Okay, let's go gear down. And we'll arm the second autopilot now. So we have Cat 3 dual, go flaps 3. We can actually keep 160 here. Flaps full. Okay, we'll set the go around altitude, which is missed approach climbing 3.5. Alright, so gear down, 4 green, flaps full, landing no blue. We'll go ahead and do this. And let's take manage speed. I always get this the wrong way around. Okay, there's 1,000 feet. Okay, Cat 3 dual, decision height 205. We can't see a thing. 650 feet.
$500. 400.
Can just see the lights there. Okay, land green. 350 feet.
300.
100 above.
200.
Minimum.
Alright, continue. Here we go.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
5.
Okay, manual braking. Let's take control. So that was pretty cool. I think the visibility is a bit worse than they reported.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Nigeria.
So,
the local time is 9:07
I think in reality we
a.m.
probably would have had to go around there
26
because this
degrees
airport
Celsius.
isn't actually
You can now use your
Cat
mobile
3
devices.
certified,
Please remain
as
seated
far as
until
I can
aircraft
tell.
is
It only has a Cat 2
off and the seatbelt
for this
sign is
ILS.
off. Remember to use caution
And I
when
mean
using
at
overhead bins,
200
as they may
feet
have
it
been
was
during flight. As this is your final
it was
destination,
really sketchy.
thank you for flying with us, and we hope to see you again.
Okay, let's go taxi. We'll turn off the landing lights. We'll turn off the strobes. Let's reset the spoilers and get the flaps up. Okay, I'll sort out weather radar and stuff in a bit. I can do terrain radar while I'm steering. Alright, let's get that off and this on. That wasn't the best turn there. I was a little bit too far to the left. Let's turn that off and that as well. Right, let's have a look here. So we're on Alpha, so we're taking the next right Foxtrot. This is the cargo area or military area? Cargo apron. Right, let's get the APU up and running. Because I think this is our turn coming up shortly. Yeah, because that's Alpha 2, so we are just over here. So let's slow down a bit. Oh, that was a terrible turn. What was that? Followed the wrong line. Okay, we take the second. Yeah, Foxtrot 2. Okay, temperatures on the brakes look fine. Right, let's get the APU started. Okay, this is actually us. Echo 55 is the one we said we'd take. A little bit skewed because I noticed that really late. Right, let's go ahead and shut down all 4 engines. Anti-ice is off, APU is running. We can now turn off the seatbelt signs and the beacon lights. And we can stop this guy. Right, I didn't mean to reset it, but whatevs. Okay, then fuel pumps can come off. Do we need these two? Yes. Those. And that one. Right, that is going to bring us to the end of this flight. Still thinks we're taxiing. Wait, is the parking brake? Yeah, it is. Interesting. Oh, there we go. They've just realized. Wow, look at that fizz. And that was pretty cool. We got to do a Cat 2. A little bit further forward than I should be. But that's going to bring us to the end of this Lufthansa flight. Once again, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, you know what to do down below, and I'll see you in the next video.